Hey everybody, welcome to Esteemed Queen and Mentality. I'm your girl, Miss Terrell. If you are a new subscriber, a returning subscriber, or a peekaboo subscriber that is pretty much just trying to surf the net and see what's out there, I welcome you, I greet you, and I'm so happy that you decided to stop by. So, school's back in session. As you can hear, I'm a little congested, but I've been putting out on my Snapchat about these videos. I'm beginning to get a bit of a following on Twitter behind them, including the ones who have already been tea talkers prior to me coming to YouTube from Twitter. So I definitely appreciate all of your love and support and your views. So be sure that you hit that subscribe button, please. And then make sure you hit that notification bell as well, so then that way you can get the alerts when I upload new videos. So I'm thinking a little bit faster now that I'm back into the swing of school and classes starting. So forgive me if I do say I'm going to put out videos and tell you what the tea talk topic is, and then I slow up on the putting it out. Either way you look at it, you're going to get your tea. Okay. So this is a morning tea talk. It was on my mind, it was on my brain, and I also feel like part of it is for me too, because if I speak it into existence for the universe to know what's on my mind, if it's for me, it's going to cross my path. If it's not, then I'm not going to feel no harm or no love lost about it. It will just be something that I spoke and decimated in the air. So, I always say, and I've said in previous videos before, one of my golden rules about my karma and my energy is that um, what you put out will come back. And so if you work hard and you grind hard, it will come back. And then I also say that you shouldn't be in the same spot you were uh, a year prior. So with this being 2020 and it's January, looking quickly back to January 2019, I am definitely not in the same place. I was trying to finish school last year around this time, and I'm completing school at this time. Um, I was paying my car bill, but now the car is paid off. You know what I'm saying? I was in a small matchbox apartment. Now I'm in a full-fledged house. Um, Definitely more responsibility comes with elevation, but we have to keep in mind, again, when we want those type of things, we got to make sure that we're able to handle, control, maintain, and tolerate. But what I really want to bring to the forefront today is the 3 C's of elevation. Now, we can always say, well, look, I look back, I look where I'm at, I'm not in the same spot. That's great. That's absolutely great. But what about it in your elevation helped you be able to move forth and see where you are versus where you were at? So, with that being said, there's 3 things we need to realize, acknowledge, respect, honor, appreciate, be grateful for, and praise our universe or whoever it is, hopefully not the devil, that you ask for resilience from. You let them know, like, look, part of me understanding where I've gone, where I'm going, where I'm coming from, and where I'm trying to be starts with 3 main points. And don't get mad at me. Don't click off. If you decide to click off now, have a nice day, have the day you deserve. But I'm telling you some true shit. So, 1 is your choice. You have a choice to fuck up. You have a choice to do right. Whether you decide to go with doing right or fucking up, it is your call. It is your choice. So you do have the responsibility of owning it. Because if you can't own your own shit, how can you sit here and be trusted or know that the choices that you make going forth you're going to fully be responsible for. Not everybody's going to keep the same damn excuses, and not everyone's going to sit here and keep giving you little bits and pieces of mercy and favor until you feel like you're going to get it right. Either you're going to shape up or you're going to ship out, but you got a choice to make. You have the choice to keep complaining, or you have a choice to conquer whatever it is that's making you sit here and talk about it 1,000 miles per minute. So you need to think about that. Like, what choice are you going to make? You going to still sit here and listen to negative Nancy who has a negative bank account? Or you can go over here with positive Paulette, and you're going to go and you're going to sit there and you're going to enrich yourself by allowing her to be someone that's going to supply you with nutrients for your weakness. You got a choice. You have a really, really big choice. Then you have to also remember that once you make that choice, you're giving yourself, hopefully it's a good choice, but when you do, you give yourself a chance, a possibility to become and to overcome and to conquer, to persevere, to be resilient, to be strong, to be confident, to have poise and stature and foundation. That's what happens when you give yourself a choice to do right. You take the choice to do right, and now it becomes, there's a chance that these things can happen for you. But sidebar is, you're going to have a lot of distractions. You're going to have a lot of things that are going to have to build your humility in the midst of you coming up in your elevation, because breakthroughs don't come because you've been brought up. Breakthroughs come after you've been broken down. You've been through some trenches. You've been through some things. You not only have felt shattered and shaken, but it has come to a point that had it not become for that little part of you that had some type of faith, that small little mustard, that little itty bitty piece that you had left, that's what got you over in your breakthrough. Well, in your breakthrough, now you have this elevation. This elevation is going to require you to be responsible for what it is that you want to become or come into. So again, number one, you have a choice. You can stay hanging out with the devil. You can stay hanging out with what doesn't work for you and your purpose. Or you can be someone that's going to follow the right things. Look, it is not easy. You got to thug it out, queen. You got to thug it out, king. But you can do it. Because once you do it and you overcome those thoughts of that you're deserving of less, and you decide to go for that more, now what you chose is now a chance, gives you a chance to become better and to become more. It only happens when you decide to put your foot forward. And then number three, within due time, we all have valleys, seasons, chapters, beginnings, whatever the hell you want to call it, equinox. We all have them. But when you stick it out, then comes change. And when you change, you're not in the same place you were a year ago. You're not looking and doing the same thing you were doing a year ago. Oh, well, Miss Terrell, I'm at the same job and I've been there for a whole year and a half. You been there? You've been there in the same spot. Well, I'm going to be the voice of reckoning, the voice of reason. How much fault is that is someone else's? Because if you've been at the same place of employment for over a year, and the only thing that has changed is your cashier spot, majority of that is you, boo. You got to think beyond where you are to experience elevation, because elevation, it does not have no time frame, but knowing what you want for yourself does. Because we're not all guaranteed to be here tomorrow. So make sure you head over to esteemedmentality.com. I'm sorry I'm so congested, but I wanted to get this video out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe again down below. Please share with your family and friends, because this is really something that going into 2020, I never really understood how important it was for me to look at time versus me complaining of it going by so quickly. It's at the end of last year. Because it really did hit me like, yo, we about to go into a new decade. So it had me look back over everything that I've been through over the last 10 years to get to where I am. And it's just like, wow. It's crazy how things play out for your betterment. And you can tell you have so much life to live if, in order to experience elevation, you gotta mess up. But when you mess up, the part that puts the stamp of approval on it is just that, when you get up. So make sure you head over to the website. Make sure you practice these 3 C's of elevation. They're going to help you, not harm you, not kill you. But if it does end up doing that, that's because there's a better you coming, and you need to make space for it. The only way for you to travel on a good budget so you can ball out wherever it is that you want to go is to travel light. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Unicorn kisses and tea talk soon.